Have you ever noticed how some people always leave you confused, drained, questioning yourself? Like something feels off, but you can't quite explain it. And slowly, without realizing, you start doubting your own thoughts, your own feelings, your own reality. That's not an accident. That's manipulation. And the most dangerous part is, it doesn't look obvious. It's subtle, quiet, almost invisible. At first, toxic people don't show themselves. They don't come in loud. They don't attack directly. They observe. They learn you. They understand your weaknesses, your fears, your insecurities. And then they start using them slowly, carefully, step by step. Now think about this. Have you ever been in a situation where someone twists your words, makes you feel like you're overreacting, like you're the problem, even when you know, deep down, something isn't right? That's not confusion. That's control. One of the most common ways toxic people manipulate you is through doubt. They make you question yourself, your memory, your decisions, your emotions. They say things like, "You're overthinking. You're too sensitive. That never happened." And slowly, you start believing them, because repetition creates illusion, and illusion becomes your reality. But here's the truth. They are not confused. They want you to be. Because when you doubt yourself, you rely on them. And when you rely on them, they gain control. Now let's go deeper. Toxic people don't just manipulate your thoughts. They manipulate your emotions. They give you attention, then take it away. They make you feel special, then make you feel worthless, hot and cold, up and down. And this inconsistency creates attachment because your mind starts chasing the good moments, trying to fix things, trying to go back to how it used to feel. But that version was never real. It was a tool, used to pull you in. Now think about arguments. Toxic people don't argue to understand. They argue to win. They interrupt. They deflect. They change the topic. They bring up the past. They do anything except take responsibility. And by the end of it, you feel exhausted. Not because you were wrong, but because you were manipulated into defending yourself instead of seeing the truth. And here's something even deeper. Toxic people love reactions. Your anger, your frustration, your emotional responses. That's their fuel. Because the moment you react, they gain power. They control the situation. They control your state. And once they control your emotions, they control you. That's why. They provoke you, push your limits, say things they know will hurt, just to see you react. Because your reaction is their confirmation that they still have control. But here's where everything changes. The moment you become aware, the moment you see the pattern, the moment you stop reacting, their power disappears. Because manipulation only works when you're unaware. Now imagine this. Someone tries to trigger you. They expect a reaction. They expect anger. They expect you to defend yourself. But instead, you stay calm. You stay silent. You don't engage. Suddenly, they lose control because their strategy no longer works. And without control, they feel exposed. That's why awareness is your strongest defense. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. Now understand this clearly. You don't need to argue. You don't need to prove anything. You don't need to win. Because walking away is not losing. It's choosing peace. And that choice takes strength. Now let's apply this. In real life, when someone constantly drains you, confuses you, disrespects you, pay attention not to what they say, but to how you feel. Because your feelings are signals, and those signals are telling you the truth, even when words don't. Create distance, observe more, react less, and most importantly, trust yourself again. Because the moment you trust yourself, no one can manipulate you. Now here's the final truth. Toxic people don't have power. You give it to them. Through your attention, your reactions, your need to explain. But the moment you take that back, everything changes. Because they can't control. What no longer reacts. At the end of the day, you deserve clarity, peace, and respect. And anything that takes that away is not worth your energy. Sometimes, the strongest move is not proving them wrong. It's removing yourself completely. Because when you protect your mind, you protect your power. And that is how you break free.